Stop what you're doing. Thomas is back with a brand new video. How we doing, YouTube? Thomas Ophthalmology. So you're trying to get into AI imaging, right? You're trying to do. Everyone's getting into AI. AI is so huge now. So there's so many different things. You got Pinocchio that can easy install. You can even put Comfyui in Pinocchio. You got a lot of side loading apps, but where to start? You know, that's going to be the big thing, and that's what we're going to be getting into in this video here. There is so many videos out there, but I'll tell you what. I'm going to go step by step, 100% step by step. If you don't like long videos, this might be a 20-minute video. If you don't like long videos and you don't like step for step, then this video isn't for you, and I do apologize. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up, even though you're not going to stay here and watch. I'm going to actually give literally a detailed step-by-step on Comfyui. So here we go. So the very first thing we got to do is we got to open up Anaconda. You can do mini Conda if you want. Me personally, I say get Anaconda and get the full-fledged one. So you're going to come here, and then you got to put your email in here, and then you get to go get a download link. You're going to get that download link, and then you're going to install it. All right, so what you do is you come in here, and after you got your email, you check your email. It'll bring you to this site right here. Just click the download button, and bloop, there it is. It's going to download. I'm going to go ahead and stop this download. Because it's already installed on my PC. I don't need to reinstall Conda. So install it, follow the instructions. If it tells you to reboot your computer, me personally, I would reboot your computer no matter what. All right, and I will be leaving links to all this down below. So now you want to go to git dot or dash scm.com, okay, /downloads. But again, I'll leave a link down below. And again, you're gonna, whatever correlation you're gonna go with, Mac, Windows, or Linux. So we're gonna go ahead and hit Windows, and we're gonna go ahead and download it. Again, I already have it downloaded, so I don't need to do this. All right, so you got all that downloaded, all that installed. Your computer's up to date, everything's running good, right? So now we gotta go get Comfyui. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do now. We're going to go in and we're going to get Comfyui. So again, I'll leave a link down in the description. We're going to come here to Comfyui, and we're going to scroll. Don't let this daunt you. Literally, do not let this intimidate you. Don't let it be so daunting on you. Come on down here. Just scroll down for installing, and then you're going to click the direct download link. This is going to be the newest one, which also supports the 50 series cards. So just go ahead and click the direct download link. I'm going to go ahead and stop mine. That's all you got to do, though. Hit the direct download link. All right, so now you got it downloaded, so you're going to open up your download folder. So here's mine right here. I actually got a couple of them. I'm going to go ahead and delete that one. There's my Conda. There's everything I've downloaded. So go ahead and extract it, or if you have more than one hard drive, go put this on another hard drive. Do not put this on your main drive. It's a lot easier and faster if you don't. All right, so I've moved it over here. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to extract these out. So go ahead and extract it. It's a 5 gig file. Go ahead and let it extract. All right, now that you have it, extracted, go ahead and delete that file. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to open it up. Okay, this is portable. If you're running just off your CPU and your RAM, you're going to run this first one, which is called Run CPU BAT, or if you're running an NVIDIA GPU, you're going to run here. But before we do that, we're actually going to update. We're going to run this one right here, and go ahead and run it anyways. And then what it's going to do is going to make sure that it has the latest updates and everything in here. So what I suggest everybody is like once a week or every couple of weeks, go ahead and check this right here. Just hit update. And you don't have to update both of them. You can just update the Comfyui right here. But now that it's all done, just go ahead and press any key to continue. This one here as well, any key to continue. And then it's going to continue to install all this. So just let it do what it needs to do until it's done. Okay, so it's all done and you're eager to get in there. Not just yet. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and back up a page. We're going to come to Comfyui, and we're going to go to Custom Nodes right here. And once you're here in Custom Nodes, you're going to go up here to the top, click it, and type in CMD, and then hit Enter. So now, again, I'll leave the script that needs to be done. You paste this right here in, and what you're doing is you're giving Comfyui a menu. So I don't know if you're new to Comfyui, if you've already used Comfyui, but if you run it through like Pinocchio, there's already a menu button or manage button already in there. Doing it this way right here in a portable, you do not have one. So after you hit enter, you're going to start going in here and it's going to start cloning this manager right here. So now as you see in this folder now, underneath the custom nodes, we have the manager now in here. So now what we can do, we can go ahead and we can run Comfyui. And it's going to open it up pretty quick. Actually, it's going to install Comfy Manager first. So that's how you know if you did Comfy Manager. If you don't get this on your very first time doing this, if you don't get the Comfy Manager installing dependencies, then you didn't install the manager correctly. And show you how fast this thing actually really opens. I mean, is that quick, that easy. And now I can sit here and queue something, but guess what? I have an error. But anyway, so the big thing why we need the manager. So now we click on manager and we're going to go install missing nodes and see if there's any missing nodes. Every once in a while, you'll take a workflow from somebody else's and there might be some nodes that are missing. That doesn't mean that it's going to be your tensors or anything like your safe tensors or anything like that. It's just other nodes that are needed. There's going to be other nodes as well. You can come in here and you can update Comfyui, but we already have the Comfy's already up to date. So we're going to hit restart, confirm, close that out, and then we're waiting on it to reconnect. All right, we are reconnected. Everything is here. All right, so now we have our workflow, right? So it says flux dev right here, but there's nothing here. I have nothing here. So what do we do? So the first thing I'm going to tell you to do is go ahead and close it out. Okay, we're going to close out Comfy. All right. Now I'm going to direct you over. Again, I'll leave the link in the description. You're going to come here. So I'm going to give you the simplest, easiest ones that you need to do. And this is step by step. All you got to do is read. So files to download for regular version. This is for Flux. Okay. So it says if you do not have your safe tensors or your clip, then you need to go here. So that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to click that link. Okay. Now remember what it just said though. We're going to put the clip or safe tensors in your Comfy models clip directory. Okay. That's where these are going to go. This one and the clip are going to go into the clip section. Okay. That's going to be the first one. And then read the next one. T5XXL you can use instead for lower memories, but 16 is the one that is recommended if you have more than 32 gigs of RAM. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't have 32 gigs of RAM, you need to get more RAM, but it will start slowing down your system a little bit. So what we do is we're going to click on this link, and now all these, everything that's in red, okay, right click, save link as, okay, and then we're going to go find our folder that we have Comfyui. And now we're going to go to models, because this is what is actually doing everything on your system. So we're going to go to clip, and then we're going to save. We're going to do all 4 of these. So now we're going to go here, save link as. It should already be there, so save. Go to this one, save link, hit save link as, and save. All right. So those are downloading. Those will be done on my system in about 10 minutes. So now let's go to the next step. So the next step says the VAs can be found here. They are going to go into Comfy Models VA folder. So we're going to click here. Okay. So here it is. Here's the download. So again, you don't want to download this stuff. You want to put it directly. That way you're not transferring it because some of these are some big files. So save link as. So we're here. We're just going to click models. Let's go back one page. Go to VA and hit save. Okay. Now we're going to go to the next one. So tips if you're running out of memory. So use the single file P8 version that you can find by looking below. All right, I'm going to put them all in. I have a 4090, but I like to go in between different ones. So you can find the Flux Dev Diffusion model right here. And we're going to put it in Comfyui models diffusion models. Okay, so we're going to click here. And now we're going to look for the weight. Again, don't let this overdo anything. You're going to start scrolling like, where's it at? Right here at the top, files and versions. So now what we're going to look for is we're looking for these right here. Okay. We're going to take all three of these red ones. Oh, crap. I didn't mean to do that one. Go ahead and get that one out of there. I don't want it there. I want it to go directly into my folder. That's what I was talking about. I'm going to start here. And remember, these are going to go into your models folder, right? Your diffusion models folder. So again, click here, files, and then we're going to go to save link as. We're going to hit models, and now we're going to do diffusion models. Save. I'm going to do all three of these. So now I have Flux 1 dev, which is their biggest file going in. So now what we're going to do, and for that, this is the stuff that you should be able to make. So now let's go ahead and let's go to the next one, which is going to be Flux Schnell, which is the fastest model out there. These things can produce some some really, really, really nice photos with only 4 steps, which we'll get into the steps once we're done installing this. So you can find it here. And again, we're going to put this into the Comfy Models UNet. So we're going to click here. Again, we're going to click on Files. These are going to go into the UNet. Okay, or we can go Model Card. And you can read, if you know more about the Python scripts and everything and the command prompts, you can actually go and install all this yourself. So we can go ahead and hit download here. You can right click this download button, right? Save link as. Again, we want to hit the models and we want to go to UNet. Hit save. Okay, when we back out, if you also read underneath these, you can also load or drag the following image into Comfy for a workload. So some people might say, okay, what's that? So I'm going to open up a new workflow, right? So what I'm going to do is, let me go ahead and separate these real quick. I'm going to drag this over to Comfyui. Go ahead and minimize that one as well. Boom. Look at that workload. Look how easy that just was. Let me go ahead and put this back up here. Open it. So now here's their workflow, everything that they have, their sizes, their steps, their everything, which we'll get into in a little bit. Simple to use FP8 checkpoint version. Flux dev. Okay. Again, I know that some of this is repeating it, but we want to do everything this is on this page. Here's Comfyui model checkpoints. So we're going to come here. We're going to right click. We're going to save as, models, checkpoints, save. Back up a screen. Now, this file can be loaded with regular load checkpoint nodes. Make sure you set the CFG to 1 when using it. So you might want to grab you a notepad or something until you start getting familiar with this. You'll start learning what CFGs are really good for you. Note that the FP8 degrades the quality a bit. So if you have resources, the official 16-bit version is recommended. Again, you can download this, you can right click, save the image, and it's automatically a JSON file. Or you can drag it over to your workload. That gives you a starting point. You don't have to continue to use it. You can start changing the prompts. So again, now we're at Flux Schnell. For Flux Schnell, you can get the checkpoint here. Again, we're putting this in checkpoints. So we're going to come here, right click, save link as. We're already in checkpoints, so we're going to save. Again, any of these images you can drag over. Next, we have Flux Extras. The following examples might require that you have some of the regular Flux files that you can find links at the top of this page, which is everything that we just did. So, fill in painting models. So we have flux fill deb sensors. This is going to go into the Comfy models, the fusion models. So we are going to click on this, okay, files and versions. Again, here's your flux fills, okay. So we're going to right click, save link as, or save link as models, diffusion models. That's where it said, right? Let me double check that. Again, so yes, diffusion models. So we're going to right click, save link as, models, diffusion models, save. And again, you can sit here and you can read through and see what they say, what they do. This is extra stuff. I just like to have a full board going in. By the time I'm done with this, I will have 200 and what, 200, 240, 250 gigs used up. So here's an example. So drag this for inpainting. So now you can drag this into Comfy. So again, now Redux. The Redux model is a model that can be used to prompt Flux Dev or Flux Schnell with one or more image. So download here and put it into the Clip Vision folder. So we're going to go here. We're going to right click, save as, models, and look for the Clip Vision. All right, where did you go? There we go. Save. And then it says, and put it in your Comfy models folder. So then we're going to read the rest of it. So it says download this and model and put it into your models Clip Vision, and then download Flux 1 Redux and put this into your style models folder. So we're going to click here, files and versions right here. And it says it's going to go into the styles folder. So we're going to save link as, we're going to look for style. There we go. Style, save. All right. So now, again, you can drag these workflows over. Sorry, I don't mean to sound like a broken record. All right. So Canny and Dep. So they are published in two different versions, the full model version and the Flux Dep version. Put them in your diffusion folder, your diffusion model. So we're going to click here, files and versions. Again, I'm going to take both of these though. I believe that these will wind up overstacking. If they do, you can just delete those that are overstacking later. So again, these are going to go into our diffusion model, right? So we go here. We're going to right click, models, diffusion models, hit save. Oh crap, I forgot one. So go back, and then of course the big file, which is the 23.8, and save it also here. So now we're going to do the same thing for the Flux Depth. So click here, files and versions. And yeah, I'm not going to download that one no more. Right click, and then save link as diffusion models. So we're going to go ahead and save that one as well. Again, you can drag and drop these over. All right. They're also published in LoRa format that you can apply to Flux Dev and put them into your LoRa file. So these are LoRa's. LoRa's is what changes the way your image looks. You'll learn about LoRa's, and LoRa's can literally change your photo. You can make the same photo really and truly look like it's medieval or whatever else. They're really cool. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and remember, these are going to go into the LoRa. So files, we're going to right click, save as, models, LoRa, save. Back up, click this one as well, files, right click, save as, and we're already there, save. All right, Community Flux Control Nets. Okay, X Labs and Instant X have released control nets for Flux. You can find the Instant X Candy models files here, rename to Instant X Flex for an example below. There again, just read it. The depth control, click here. The union control, click here. So again, put these underneath Comfy models and then control net. So we're going to go here. We're going to go here, save, models, control net, save. Okay, we'll go to the next one, save. And then this one right here. And that's it for those. And then, of course, you put them here. All right, so that's all you have to do there. That's it. And then, of course, you can drag and drop these into your Comfy UI. At the bottom, it says, if you need an example input image for Candy, use this, put it underneath Comfyui /input. So we're going to click here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to save. We're going to go ahead and we got to open up Comfyui, and then we're looking for input. So there's other stuff here. You can also input examples in here as well for some of these images that we see. Like these all can also go into the input folder as well. So how's it going so far? You confused yet? It's not that hard. It's not that bad. I mean, you take a mid-aged guy over here. If I can do it, you can do it, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and let all that download real quick. And then I'm going to come back as soon as it's all done, downloaded, and then we're going to go through Comfyui as I open it. I mean, there's 101 videos out of 1,001, thousands of videos of this stuff out here. It's just some people don't explain and don't give you step by step on this, and that's where it gets confusing when people are trying to learn it. Another thing is I mean, we have AI for free now. You got DeepSeek and OpenAI as far as ChatGPT and stuff like that. Llama, you got quite a few. Go ahead and go on there. Ask questions. I mean, especially if you have a free plan. You can only ask OpenAI so many times before you extinguish your daily. But OpenAI, to me, ChatGPT answers the questions a lot better and gives you other stuff to it. So I'm still playing around with DeepSeek, but you can ask it questions as well and help you through it and tell it to talk to you like a kid, a child, or however you want to put it. But I'm just trying to make it the easiest possible for someone to follow along with this video. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I mean, I'm putting my time out there for you, and hopefully this is helping you. Again, it's the most simple way I can explain it. Again, I'll leave all these links down in the description below, and you'll get it all done. You'll be using your 6 gig card with these Schnells. I mean, you can use an older 6 gig card. I mean, literally, if you have a 1060 or 1660 Ti or 1660, you can be pulling images off of here. So anyways, let me go ahead again, let all this finish downloading, and I'll be back. Don't forget to like and subscribe, but I'll be right back. All right, so we got it all installed. So now we're ready to start creating an image. So I went ahead and brought this workload in. If you still have, I mean, you can always click the link down below. I have from here, right here, you can drag these over to it and create you a workflow. So here's their workflow. Here's a little note. You can read it. You can delete it, whatever you want to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit Schnell. We're going to bust this down to four steps. The CFG we're going to leave at 1, and then we're going to hit Q. Okay, so the very first time you run it, it's going to take just a little bit. So now if I go ahead and Q it again, it's going to go a lot quicker. See how quick that went? So now I can even bring it up here, and it said that it did this one. The first one took 25 seconds because it was the first one. It was the first time to do it. And then it took 3.25 seconds. And again, that's with a 4090 that I have. All right, I'm going to change my aspect ratio, though, from 1024 to 10/512. So now I have that. I'm going to go ahead and Q it. And now I have my 16:9 aspect ratio. All right, let's get into some nodes. So I don't like the K sampler, so I'm going to get the K sampler advanced. So when you right click anywhere here within Comfy, you can add nodes. So you got different ones here, and they all say something different on them. So here's my K sampler advanced is what I'm going to go for, but I'll go back to the nodes. Loaders, so you can load video models, checkpoints, VAs, LoRa's. LoRa's is another one that you need to load or learn. Load style. So here's a style right here. So we can add different styles to it, um, which is more to download for all that. But we're keeping it simple right now. What else we got here? Here's a style mode. Again, we can apply a style mode. So here's the style mode for your conditioning, which is we have a conditioning somewhere around here. I thought I'd already had one in here. Oh no, we had this conditioning. So this one actually can go instead of this one right here for your guidance. Uh, you can choose different things in here. Anyways, there's different nodes. Mask, you can invert mask. I mean, there's so much to learn, but again, we're just keeping it simple. So, anyways, I like the advanced one here. Let me zoom in real quick. So I'm gonna take this light in here. Well, let's take this one to here. Let's take negative prompt, put it here. Positive prompt, put it here. Model, put it here. And then the lighten, we're gonna put lighten to here. We're gonna go ahead and remove that. I believe that was no. We still need our latent image, and then put your latent right here. So I can keep it just where it's at. Go ahead and hit Q, and it's starting right here. It's gonna take a little bit because I didn't change nothing, but I have a little bit more control over certain things or how I want to do things right here. It just gives me a little extra control over whatever I'm doing. So as you notice, and see it's crappy right now because we're in the Schnell, which doesn't need to be here. Go ahead and go to 4, enter, and then the CFG was at 8. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the 1, and then we're gonna go ahead and hit a Q again, and then this one's gonna go super fast. Boom. You see that's where your CFG and your steps come in play big time. Now, what I want to do is the more nodes and the more things that you put on, it's going to create this nastiness. So first thing I'm going to do is come down here, hit the little cogwheel, hit line graph, and we're going to go here and we're going to do straight line graph. Look at that, already cleaner as it is. And then I'm going to start moving everything I need over because this is how it goes. You're gonna load your checkpoint, and then it's going to check your prompt. Then it will check your negative prompt. Then your lighten will kick in. This is for your imaging. My K sampler I'm on here. I can't remember if I can make it big or not. Guidance is up here. My VA decoders, I'm just going to put it right here. And then here's my image. And again, it says right here, note that Flux Deb and Schnell do not have any negative prompts, so CFG should be set to 1. Setting CFG to 1 means negative prompt is ignored. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove that. We don't need that on here. So some of these that you can get in here, some of these JSON files, you'll have a negative prompt. So right, so there's some workloads that will take a negative prompt, say like this one right here. Here's a negative prompt right here, but there again, we're creating a video. This is one of my video ones I'll get into later on. No, so get back to here. So now we have their example. So now say we want our own. So let's go cute animated cat and a let's see, and a ball in space. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and queue that one up. So again, it's acting like the first time we ran it because I've been messing around with it. So it's just gonna take just a sec to get it going. And bam, look at that, cute little cat in the ball. All right, so now let's go ahead. He has what, 1, 2, 3, 5 feet on there. So I re-queued it up, and there we go. We got all 4 feet. So we can go ahead and we can come back over here, and we can go ahead and take the anime out of this and see what happens. All right, so now we got us an actual cute little cat in the ball. And this one here did it really, really well. Look at that, even got a straggle hair sitting right there. But even all the fur, everything's inside this bubble right here, this ball. That's pretty cool. So the things you can do with this is pretty cool. Now to get, everyone says go to ChatGPT and everything else for certain prompts. I also like to use Cibit AI. So if we come here Say, for instance, let's do this knight right here. So we got this knight. And if you come down here, you can look at some of theirs. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to copy this right here. And then I'm going to come back over to here. And then I'm going to paste it in here. And then I'm going to queue it up. Not too bad. Not too bad. Look at that. Wow. Yep. Don't get me wrong. This can use an upscaler, which there again, the more you get into Comfyui, the more nodes that you will be able to create. I mean, you have so much workspace here. Look at this. Look at all this workspace. There's some people that literally scroll through, but they get something done. They get it all set up, all their nodes, and it all works for them. And then what you do, so say right now I'm on here, right? I can come here and I can go to workflow and I can save this the way it is. So I can save it and it'll keep everything the way it is right here for next time I come in. I already know what it is. So you can name one Flux Schnell, one Flux Dev. Okay, also when you're here on Civic AI, you can come over here, go ahead and click on models, click on filter. And what you want to look at is checkpoints, all, and then of course, Flux Dev, which is 1D, or Flux Schnell, which is 1S. Okay, so we're going to grab both of these. We're going to put that in there. And now it's going to pull these up. So say I want, say this one right here, Flux Art. Okay, so this right here is the NF4 model converted to BNF4 by Mix Flux and Dev with VA T5 XL, XXL, and clip. Also added a few of my favorite lures and very little influence, all included. So this is what they call a, well, some of these are called train or merge. So they merged two together and not trained it. So what you would do is the same thing how we installed everything into Comfy. You would right click here, save link as, again, we're already here, okay? And we're gonna make sure that we're in checkpoints. So you wanna make sure that you're in your Comfy. You're gonna come down here to models, checkpoints, and then I'm going to save it here, okay? So I don't have this one yet. I have a few other ones in this folder. So you can come through here. Now watch what you do. If you notice, that was 22 gigs. So if you come in here and you start downloading everything, start with one at a time. If you do one at a time, then you can see if that one works or if it does not work. Okay, so you come in here and see what they are. So Flex Film Edition. Let's see what this is. This is a merge. It's 11 gigs. There's a lot to be done in here. So again, you can come in here and these are the style pictures that he created with this this one right here. So I'm going to actually go ahead. I kind of do like the way that looks. I'm going to go ahead and save that link again. We're going to go to checkpoints and save. And yeah, I mean, then you can come in here as like this one here I already have. This one actually does really good. I really do like this one. It's 15 gigs. So here, what I'm going to do is since I already had this one downloaded, I'll show you real quick. I'm going to go ahead and take his prompt. And like I said, you don't need just ChatGPT for your prompts. I mean, some of these people's prompts now, take this and put your own words in it, put it side by side in a text dot. All right, so let's go ahead. Right now, I do have Comfy shut down. I'm going to go ahead and reopen Comfy. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get it reopened up. So it is in this one here. And like I said, so far right now, my Comfy is 289 gigs. So I was telling you 240 to 250 earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and reopen it. So as that's reopening, another thing that is cool here in Civic AI, I'm going to actually open up another page for Civic AI, is I'm going to come here. We're going to go ahead and go to models, go ahead and go back to filters. We're going to go ahead and take checkpoint off and we're going to go ahead and put LoRa's on instead. All right, so I'm going to put LoRa's on instead. So now here's a LoRa's. So this is, if you want this style looking of an image, you can add this in as a LoRa. So same thing. So what you can do is you're going to right click on the download button right here, save link as. We're going to come back down to models and we're going to go to LoRa. I have a couple in here and I'm going to save it. All right, so like I said, I'm going to come over to this guy here. We're going to go ahead and do this picture here. We're going to grab his prompts. You know, we grab this prompt right here. So then we're going to come here and we're going to paste that prompt into here, paste it into here. So now the last images I played around with was 1920 by 1080 or 1088. They don't actually do 1080 for 1080p. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go follow what he has. So he has vertical 896 by 1152. So let's go back here. 896 by 1152. All right. He also has his at 14 to 30 steps, 20 recommended. So we'll keep it at 30. And his CFG scale is 3.5. And does he have anything else? He's using Euler. So example is he's using Euler, flux, realistic, and others to create the most realistic, vivid images. So you can try any of these right here if you have a sampler in, which we do have a sampler, which is going to be right here is your sampler. So you can try any of those that he has that he put on there. So I'm going to use Euler. We're at 3.5 and 30 steps. So we're going to go ahead. Remember, this first time takes a minute. So we're going to queue it up. I already have, because I already have some downloaded, I already have the dark pictures here. So we're going to go ahead and queue it and let it do its thing. It's going to load that checkpoint first, which the first time you load a checkpoint takes the longest. So now it's already at the K sampler. Something like this right here should take probably about 40 seconds or so to do, depending on what you're doing. And then I'll show you this also in Schnell. We'll see what Schnell does with this as well, and bumping that down to CFG 1 and 4 steps, or 4 to 8 steps. Even on Schnell, I like to run around 6 steps on Schnell. All right, so now there's our image that we got. And let's go back to his image. So you can tell that he probably put his through an upscaler. I mean, the light on the book is still there. There's the light on the book, butterflies. I mean, it's a very, very good. Really, really good picture. So I'm going to show you what this also looks like in 1080, because I already did this one in a 1080 one. That takes a little bit longer. So that's what I got out of 1080 right there. And again, I mean, I can really zoom in on this. It does haze a little bit once you zoom too far in. And then if you try to run this in 4K, it takes probably about, even with a 4090, it takes probably a good 5 minutes to do at a 4K resolution. But it can be done. So it all depends on if you want to kill that time or not, or waste that time to do it. But again, if you learn how to do upscaling, then upscaling is good as well. So Civic AI can be a really good, useful tool to learn things, learn prompts, not just Chat GPT or any type of OpenAI, DeepSeek, anything like that. So what else we got here? Let's do her. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and put in this one right here. And of course, I moved it to 30, 3.5, and I already put it in. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to queue that. All right, so let me go ahead and pull this over here. I don't know why it went so far over. So here's our image right here. And this is the image we started with. That's the image we got. That is, I mean, come on. You got to admit, you know, and then all this is free. You don't have to worry about wasting credits or anything else. So, all right, let me show you some of the outputs that I've created. You want like a dark forest or something? Here's a dark forest. I mean, that looks pretty realistic. What else we got? Got this one right here. I mean, you can truly tell a story with some of this. This one right here, that one came out pretty good. This one right here. What else we got? There's some cyberpunk themes, you know. Everyone's into cyberpunk right now. I try to do like a little ultra wide on this one right here. I was changing some aspect ratios. So again, these are just little bitty ones that I've done. You can make thumbnails with this. Here, you know, I was trying to make thumbnails. I mean, you can literally make your own thumbnails for free for videos, you know, and you can turn this, you know, for TikTok or whatever else that you're making for. There's so much here you can do. Not bad here. Hands are good. Face are good. It all depends on what you're doing. I did a video on my other YouTube channel, and it had a pregnant woman in it. Look at that. Instead of using somebody else's and trying to get hit with copyright, it made a pregnant woman. So there's so much you can do. There's so much here. I'm hoping that this, is helping y'all out here. Um, but yeah, I mean, this is what it is. This is Comfy UI, and there's a lot more to learn on this. I have a lot more to learn, and I will be bringing more videos out. So go ahead and like and subscribe. I bring out good product reviews. So let me get into my final thoughts real quick. So remember, I mean, these are resource hungry. I have the 4090 with 24 gigs of VRAM, and I have 32 gigs of system memory. And I think I have somewhere about 32 to 64 gigs of virtual memory on my system. And that virtual memory doesn't even help this whatsoever. So I believe that virtual RAM doesn't even help this AI stuff, but I mean from one end to the other one. But yeah, I mean, getting started to learn this isn't really that hard. I just can't stand. I'll sit here and I'll watch other people's videos of trying to explain some of this AI and how to use Comfy or whatever, and I get lost. It's like nobody tells me that step by step. So sorry if the video was a little bit long. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I will be getting to some more. I'm going to get into some doing video in Comfy as well, getting to face swaps and some other stuff as well. Uh, I got so much stuff. Plus, I do a lot of reviews on here. So if you want to know, what's worth your hard-earned money, especially here in 2025, where everything's freaking through the roof, and it's crazy. It's crazy out here right now. Go ahead, like, subscribe, but I'll catch you in the next one. I'm Thomas of Tomology. Catch you in the next one. Go ahead. Speaking of reviews, go ahead and check out this video right here. See if this is worth your hard-earned money here in 2025. Go ahead. I dare you. Check it out.